In this lecture, we are going to see how a person can send a friend request to other person on this platform. So first thing we are going to do is we are going to create two new profiles on this platform, and after that we will try to do the needful. I'm going to use the same phone number that I have used earlier in the previous lectures. Okay, and then we need to hit this button, and then we will come across our desktop's drive, and from here I'm selecting a profile pic for this user, and let the password be this. And as you know, a table has got created on this data browser connected to this app. Let's hit this next button, and this is the profile of Anubhav that has got created. And now what we need to do is we need to create another profile. So for doing that, we need to log out from this application. Let's create another profile on this platform. And I'm going to use this one for now, Vicky's Gmail address, and then let's select a profile pic for Vicky's profile. And as you guys know, another table has got created on this data browser connected to the application. Let's see what's going to happen when we will hit this next button. So this is Vicky's profile. Okay, so we are done with creating two new profiles on this platform. Let's log out from Vicky's profile and log in into Anubhav's profile using his login credentials, using his platform portal's login credential. So this is Anubhav's profile. Let's search for Vicky's profile now. So we need to tap on this search button, and here we need to key in Vicky's phone number, right? Let's hit this next button, and this is where we are going to get redirected. This is Vicky's profile. Let us send a friend request to Vicky. So this is a button that I need to tap. So as you can see, the button has got changed to requested. Now we need to check out whether Vicky has received the friend request from Anubhav or not. For doing that, we need to log out from this application, and let's log in into Vicky's profile using the login credential of his portal. So these are the login credentials of Vicky's portal. So this is Vicky's profile over here. Let's tap on this home button and see whether we have got any notification. Yes, we have got a notification over here. Let's tap on this notification. So this is where I have received a request from Anubhav. Okay, let us confirm the friend request and see what's gonna happen. Okay, the button has got changed to this, and let's log out from Vicky's profile now. Let's log in into Anubhav's profile. Let's see what are we going to see when we will try to access Vicky's profile. This is Anubhav's profile. Let's see what are we going to see on Anubhav's profile, Vicky's profile. So now it has got changed to message. Now Anubhav can send messages to Vicky because Vicky has confirmed the friend request sent by Anubhav to him. So this is what we are going to code today. Stay connected. Let's dive into the code.org platform and see how can we code this thing. So this is the page on which the user will come on when he will enter his friend's phone number. And now if he want to send friend request to his friend, he needs to click this button, right? Now when he will click this button, what I want is this button should get disappear, and in place of this button I want to see this requested button to get visible. Fine. Once his friend request will get confirmed, after that I want to see this requested button go disappear, and in place of this requested button I want to see this message button. Okay, so I am putting all these things here on this button like this. Okay, this is how I design these screens. You can also try it yourself, it is very easy. Fine. Now let's do one thing. Let's define the code for this screen first, and after that we will be defining the code for the other screens that I have designed. So what I want is, initially I don't want to see the two buttons, the requested button and the message button. So what I can do is I can make them go disappear. So for that I need to hide them, right? So I can make use of this hide element block. And what is the name of this button that is visible right now? It is message button. So let's hide this one. Where is the message button? This is the one, and the name of the other one is requested. Okay, so let's hide that one too. Requested. I think we need to check the ID of that button. So the ID of this one is requested. Okay, requested in small. Fine. So where is that requested in small? We need to check. This is the one. So initially they will not be visible to the user. Okay, the button that will be visible is add friend. Now let's do one thing. Let's define the code for that add button. Okay, so we need to make use of this on even block, as you all know. Now from here, what is the ID of that button? I think it is add friend. Let's just confirm it one more time. This is the screen, and this is the drop down where we can find the ID. Add friend is the ID of that button. So when the user will click on that button, what I want is that add friend button should go disappear. So for doing that, again I need this hide element property, and in this drop down I need to select this add friend, and instead of this in place of this add friend, I want to see the requested button, right? So that's how we can code it. Where is that requested button? We need to check it out. Okay, this is the one. Fine. Now what else do we require? See, when the user will send the request, when this user will send a friend request to his friend, his friend will be able to see the friend request on this friend request page. Okay, now what I want is that here the number of the user should get visible in this text box. Right now it is 9891. Let me just remove this number from here, and instead of this, let's put a text like friend number. Okay, friend now. Now the idea of this text box is phone request, and what I want is when the his friend should get a notification in this way, and here the person who has sent the request, his profile photo should get visible over here, and here we have got two buttons. This is the second button, and this is the first button. So initially I don't want to see this button, I want to see this button. So what we are going to do is, let's just hide this button first. Okay, let's just hide this button. So what is the ID of this button? It is button 2. We are going to make use of the same code, the hide element code, and right on the top only you can define everything which you want the user not to see. Okay, so what is the ID of the button? It is button 2, so we don't want to see the button 2 initially. Button 2 is, yeah, this is button 2. Okay, what else we require? We require his the person who has sent the friend request, his phone number should get visible over here, his profile photo should get visible over here. Okay, that's what we want. So for doing that, we need to read the records. Again, we can make use of this read records block, right? Let's copy this code from here and let's use it here. Okay, and what is the thing that I require? I want his profile, I want his friend's photo to get reflected over here. What is the ID of this one? I need to check the ID of this. It's friend profile, and this is phone request. Okay, so and whose photo should get reflected over here, and what, from where the records, from where do I want the compiler to read the records from which table? That also I need to see, right? So initially, who will be sending the request? Initially, the person, this is the whoever will come on this screen after logging into his account, the person, a new user, will come on this screen, right? And if he want to send the friend request, he will be seeing this screen, search friend. Okay, so from where can I pick up this phone number? That's what I need to see. In order to pick up the phone number, the screen that I can use is this screen 11. Okay, so here the phone number is getting reflected, right? Phone 11. So what we can do is we can make use of this field, phone 11 field, and from here we are going to get the phone number. Okay, so we will be reading the records from this phone numbers table, right? Now let's come on this friend request page. What is the idea of this? It is friend request. Let's do one thing. Let's convert it back into block based coding, and from this drop down, let's search for the required component. Let me enlarge the screen so that everything can be more visible to you guys in a better way. It is friend profile. The ID of this image is friend profile. So we need to put here in this not in search text, we want the photograph, right? Where is that friend profile? This is the one. So here the profile photo is going to get reflected now. And what else do I require? I require the number of that person who is sending the request. So from where can I get the number from? I can get the number from friend profile. Okay, and this is from where can we get the number? Search name, search surname, dob. Okay, this is the one that we need to make use of. So what is the ID of this? It is phone request. So let's search for phone request in this drop down first. This is the one. So now we will be getting the phone number of the person here, and let's remove the other things from here. Okay, we don't require these 4 things, so I'm removing this thing. So now we are done with coding for this page. Now when the user, what else do I want? When the user will click on this confirm button, okay, when the user will click on this confirm button, what is the ID of this? It is confirm, and this one is button 2. So when the user will click on this confirm button, let me define the code for this thing also. I want that button should go disappear. It should get disappear. What is the ID of this? It is confirm. Let's search for confirm in this drop down. Where is that confirm option? Yeah, this is the one. So when the user will click on this confirm button, I want this button should go disappear. So in order to do that, I can make use of this hide element property, and here I am going to choose this confirm ID, right? This is the one, and I want to see this button, okay, this confirmed button in place of this. So for doing that, I can make use of the show element property, right? Where is that show element property? I need to search for that. Okay, this is the one. Fine. And what is the ID of this? It is button 2. So we need to get the button 2 reflected in place of confirmed button. Button 2, this is the one. Okay, now we are done with coding, defining the code for this page. One more thing that I would like is I would like a table to get created on the data browser. Okay, with some friends field in it. Let's do that also. Where is that create record? Yeah, this is the one that we can use, right? And what is the table that should get created? I want that a table, let's say, let's make it as my friend. Okay, or else why should we make it friend? Let's make it with let's do one thing. Now what else do we require? We require that once the user the person who has received the friend request, once he hits this confirm button, uh, when the other person who has sent the friend request on on his profile, on this user's profile, I want him to see I want him to see this message button instead of that requested button. Okay, I want him to see this message button instead of that requested button he's going to see after sending the friend request. So for doing that, just give me a short moment. I'm aligning these tabs over here. Okay, so now, so when that person who has received the send request, when he will hit this confirm button, what else I can do? I can make this requested button, that which is there behind it, I can make that go disappear. What is the ID of that button? Let's search for the ID. I forgot the ID of that button. I think it is requested or something. Yeah, requested is the ID. So we want that button to get disappear. For doing that, we can make use of this hide element property like this, and inside this we can select this requested property. Now in place of this, I want this message button to get reflected. So again, for doing that, we need to check the ID of this button. It is image 19. So let's search for image 19 in this drop down. I think we can find it here. Yeah, this is the one. So now the person will be able to see this message button on this profile. Okay. Now once the user is done with sending the friend request, how is the other person going to know about whether about the request? How is he going to he's how he will come to know about that thing? Okay, how the other person is going to come, how the other person is going to come to know about. Once the person is done with sending the friend request, I want the other person also to get notified, to get a notification of this friend request. Now the other person is going to, when the other person will log in into his profile, he will come across this page. Yeah, this is the profile page he will come across. Now here we have got there is this home tab over here. Okay, when he will click on this, he will be redirected on this search bar screen. Okay, now here his profile photo is going to get reflected. Now what I have done is I have defined a search this image over here. So initially when the person will log in, he will see this thing, but when the other person will send him the friend request, this image, this is the one that will be visible to him. So this is going to tell that person that he has received a friend request, or he has received a notification. Fine. So what we can do is, first, initially we don't want to see this thing. Okay, we don't want to see this image, so we are going to make it hidden. Again, we need to come right on the top, and what is the name of this ID? What is the name of this component? It is friend notification. I think this is the name. Let's see in the design tab what is the ID of this. It is friend notification. Fine. So let's hide this image first. From here, from this drop down, let's select friend notification. This is a tab that we can select here. Okay, so initially it will not be visible to the user, but when the person will send him the friend request, where is that person sending him the friend request? Yeah, this is, this is a button the person is going to tap on for sending the friend request. So what I want is, once he will hit this add friend button, I want this image to get visible. How can I do that? This is what I need to check out. So where is that show element? Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so what is the idea of this? It is friend notification. So this is how I can make this visible, right? I can make this image visible. Now when the user will hit this button, hit this image, I want him to get redirected on this friend request page. How can I do that? That's what I need to check. So let's come on this search bar tab again, and let's define an on event block for this one. Friend request, friend notification. Okay, so when the user will hit this button, besides I also would like to make it disappear, make it go disappear. So for that I can make use of this hide element property again, and from this drop down I need to select friend notification. Besides I want the person to get redirected on, what is the name of that screen? Friend request. Yeah, so I would like him to get redirected on friend request. Okay, so this is how he is the person is going to get notified about the friend request, and here he can hit the confirm button in order to confirm the friend request. Okay.